Good morning, America. President Trump's combative address. A major storm takes aim at the East and the new era for American Idol. Overnight, President Trump addressed a divided chamber.
The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
His speech interrupted within minutes. One lawmaker kicked out of the chamber for heckling. The president taunted Democrats, touted Elon Musk slashing at the federal workforce, the crackdown on the border, and his tariffs.
Tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country.
We're tracking all the fallout this morning.
Deadly cross-country storm on the move. At least 10 reported tornadoes in 5 states. The roof ripped off this elementary school near Oklahoma City. In Dallas, this transformer blowing up.
Oh, holy. We okay? We're safe.
Plus, a dangerous spring blizzard, leading to zero visibility on the roads. Now, the threat takes aim at the East Coast, New York and Philadelphia in the path. We have the track and the timing.
Breaking overnight, an alleged terror mastermind arrested. What we know about how they tracked him down.
Deepening mystery. What investigators found in Gene Hackman's home and what officials now appear to have ruled out.
New twist in an Idaho student's murder case. The suspect diagnosis that the defense team says should take the death penalty off the table.
Prices rising. Canada and China now retaliate against President Trump's tariffs.
Canadians are reasonable, and we are polite, but we will not back down from a fight.
What will become more expensive? The answers to your most searched questions.
Oh, what a feeling. How Super Bowl champ, Eagles superstar Saquon Barkley is rushing into the record books again. Plus, the Eaglets have landed. The proud parents welcoming 2 new hatchlings. And we're keeping our eyes on egg number 3 as we dance into Wednesday with these 3, Luke Bryan, Carrie Underwood, and Lionel Richie.
Live from Times Square, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
We will be dancing on the ceiling because it's always a fun morning when the Idol judges are here.
Yes, it is. And this season, Carrie Underwood is joining the judges' table 20 years after her big win.
We are looking forward to that in our next hour. We're going to begin with President Trump's address to a joint session of Congress. His first since returning to the White House. It was the longest speech to Congress in history, the most polarizing too. Trump was greeted by rousing cheers from Republicans, raucous jeers from Democrats. One House member was escorted out of the chamber. That has also never happened before.
The president touting everything from his crackdown on immigration to Elon Musk mass layoffs across the federal government and said it was just the beginning. We are tracking the reaction, including the fallout from those tariffs and how Americans are bracing their wallets for that impact. Our political team, covering it all. So let's start with Chief White House Correspondent Mary Bruce. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. Well, this was the longest address to Congress in history, but it was also one of the most combative. For roughly 100 minutes, the president lauding his flurry of actions in office so far with the full support of his party enthusiastically united behind him. But it didn't take long for the deep divisions in this country to be on full display.
America is back.
Overnight, a celebratory President Trump with his party united behind him, reveling in his rapid remaking of the government.
The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
But the chamber divided from the start. Democrats interrupting just 4 minutes into the speech. Texas Democrat Al Green heckling the president, shaking his cane at him.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House.
Speaker Mike Johnson stopping the speech, ordering Green be removed from the chamber. Democrats spent the evening largely in their seats, waving signs of protest, some even walking out. The president taunted his opponents, highlighting his policies with many false allegations and claims, at the same time saying this.
I look at the Democrats in front of me, and I realize there is absolutely nothing I can say to make them happy or to make them stand or smile or applaud. Nothing I can do.
With the economy top of mind for so many, the president defending his sweeping new tariffs, just hours after sparking a trade war with the country's biggest trading partners, Canada, Mexico, and China, sending the markets reeling. Trump making clear he sees tariffs not just as a temporary negotiating tactic, but a tool to enrich the country.
Tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country. Tariffs are about making America rich again and making America great again.
But economists warn they will lead to increased prices, Trump nodding to the potential economic pain the tariffs may cause.
There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much.
And promising to put in place reciprocal tariffs on April 2nd.
Whatever they tariff us, other countries, we will tariff them.
The speech coming just days after the president berated Ukrainian President Zelensky in that explosive Oval Office meeting. Trump scolding him for not being grateful enough for U.S. support, telling him he doesn't hold the cards. But overnight, Trump striking a conciliatory tone, saying he received a letter from Zelensky saying Ukraine is ready to come to the negotiating table and achieve lasting peace.
I appreciate that he sent this letter, just got it a little while ago. Simultaneously, we've had serious discussions with Russia and have received strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Wouldn't that be beautiful?
And he launched an all-out sales pitch for his efforts to take on the federal bureaucracy and slash spending. The man in charge of DOGE, Elon Musk, there in the chamber, getting a standing ovation from Republicans, responding with a salute. Later, Trump saying this of his cuts to the federal workforce.
The days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over.
Democrats standing to point at Musk. And on immigration, the president touting a decline in border crossings.
We quickly achieved the lowest numbers of illegal border crossers ever recorded. Thank you.
And asking Congress to send him funding to fulfill his promise of mass deportations.
Americans expect Congress to send me this funding without delay so I can sign it into law.
Throughout his remarks, the president recognizing everyday Americans, like 13-year-old Texan DJ Daniel, who's battling brain cancer and aspires to be a police officer. Trump making him an honorary Secret Service member. Then the rebuttal, Democratic Senator Alyssa Slotkin of Michigan, arguing Trump's agenda will cost Americans.
Americans made it clear that prices are too high and that the government needs to be more responsive to their needs. America wants change, but there's a responsible way to make change and a reckless way. And we can make that change without forgetting who we are as a country and as a democracy.
Now, Slotkin also had a message for demoralized Democrats, imploring Americans to stay engaged, arguing the stakes are simply too high, saying, quote, don't tune out. It's easy to be exhausted, but America needs you now more than ever. George.
Mary Bruce, thanks. It's been our chief Washington correspondent, John Karl, our senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott. John, let me begin with you. You've covered so many of these addresses. We've never seen one quite like this.
Look, we've grown accustomed to partisan State of the Union addresses, deeply divided reactions, but this, George, really did hit a new level, and that's for a couple of reasons. First of all, in that chamber, the Republicans are more fervent in their support of Donald Trump than anything we saw in his first term. Remember, in his first term, there were still pockets of resistance among Republicans in Congress. Even the Republican leaders weren't fully all in on everything Trump. Those Republicans in that chamber truly loved what they hear and reflected that. And the Democrats clearly haven't figured out how to respond to all of this. Some of them decided to skip the speech entirely. Some decided to walk out. You saw Al Green decided to get thrown out of the speech, but they haven't really landed on how to respond to Donald Trump. I suspect that the reaction in the country will very much mirror what we saw in the hall. A lot of Democrats simply not watching, those who did hating what they saw, and the Republicans truly loving what they are seeing from Donald Trump.
Rachel, take us inside that chamber. You were there.
Inside the chamber, it was a lack of decorum that we have seen repeated at many of these joint addresses and also the State of the Unions. Leader Jeffries did call for decorum. He asked for a dignified Democrat response. It's unclear if he's going to be satisfied with what Democrats did there. And it was on full display, this sort of disjointed effort from Democrats who are really trying to figure out how to counter the president's message. So yes, Al Green standing up, him being removed. We have never seen something like that play out during the chamber when the president is addressing a joint session of Congress. And then not just that, Democrats also walking out at some point, their backs turned, in some ways trying to do this sort of silent protest, holding up these paddles. Regardless, George, this is a Democratic Party that is really trying to find their footing with very little leverage overall, with Republicans in control in both the Senate and the House.
And John, the president advancing his agenda, but no new policies really in the speech last night.
No, this felt much more like a rally speech. And I thought it was also interesting, George, there's a lot of anxiety in the country, anxiety from federal workers worried about their jobs, anxiety about the tariffs he's just imposed, anxiety around the world about what happened in the Oval Office with Zelensky. Trump didn't seem to be anxious about anything. This is a president who, for the first time in his time as president, is not under investigation and doesn't seem to have a care in the world.
Rachel, familiar exaggerations from the president.
Yeah, and really a lack of reaching across the aisle. He bashed the bipartisan chip seal. He took a dig at the immigration and border security bill that his own party negotiated, and really not even mentioning one big thing, government funding. The government set to run out of funding in less than a week, George.
And we will talk to both the leaders of the House on the Democrat and Republican side in our next hour. Speaker Mike Johnson, Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries. Thank you both very much. Michael?
All right, thank you, George. Now to the fallout from tariffs the Trump administration has imposed on goods from Canada, Mexico, and China. Elizabeth Schulde joins us now with the potential impact. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Michael. The new 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico and additional tariffs on China risk raising prices for American households on everything from groceries to gas to electronics. And this morning, China is warning that it is prepared to fight this trade war until the end.
This morning, the U.S. is embroiled in a trade war as Canada, Mexico, and China retaliate against President Trump's sweeping tariffs on America's biggest trading partners.
I want to speak first directly to the American people. We don't want this. We want to work with you as a friend and ally.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announcing 25% tariffs against more than $100 billion worth of American goods. Ontario now threatening a 25% export tax on the electricity it sends to 1.5 million homes in Minnesota, Michigan, and New York. And Canadian liquor stores retaliating, removing American-made alcohol with the sign stating products produced in the U.S. are no longer available until further notice.
Now, it's not in my habit to agree with the Wall Street Journal. But Donald, they point out that even though you're a very smart guy, this is a very dumb thing to do.
Mexico's President Claudia Sheinbaum also vowing new tariffs on Sunday, as China imposes its own tariffs on some U.S. goods, including chicken, wheat, soybeans, and beef. The Chinese embassy warning in a tweet overnight, if war is what the U.S. wants, be it a tariff war, a trade war, or any other type of war, we're ready to fight till the end. Best Buy now says prices could go up for electronics, while Target CEO cautions fruit and vegetables imported from Mexico will get more expensive.
We'll try to protect pricing, but the consumer will likely see price increases over the next couple of days.
The United Auto Workers Union is praising President Trump for taking, quote, aggressive action to end free trade, saying that the tariffs could boost domestic manufacturing. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick did signal that there is a path for Trump to meet Canada and Mexico in the middle on these tariffs. And we're told that President Trump will speak with the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, later this morning, Michael.
All right, Elizabeth, we know you're going to come back with the answer that's the most searched for questions. You're going to have the answers about those, about what it could mean for your wallet, which is the most important thing for Americans out there. Robin?
All right, Michael, now to breaking news. Overnight, the arrest of a terrorist suspect involved in the deadly bombing at Abbey Gate during the U.S. withdrawal of Afghanistan. Chief Justice Correspondent Pierre Thomas joins us with more. Good morning, Pierre.
Robin, good morning. Now in custody, the man being described to me as the mastermind of that horrible suicide bombing in Afghanistan in August of 2021 that killed 13 members of the U.S. military and more than 160 civilians at Kabul's airport as the U.S. attempted to withdraw from that war-stricken country. Mohammed Sharifullah, described as an ISIS operative, was expected to arrive in the U.S. at a Washington area airport overnight and could be in court as early as this afternoon. Sources telling ABC News the CIA developed information about Sharifullah and shared those clues with Pakistani intelligence officials who arrested him and turned him over to U.S. authorities. According to a criminal complaint obtained by ABC News, on Sunday, Sharifullah allegedly admitted to the FBI his role in the terror attack, stating that he conducted surveillance so that he could prepare the suicide bomber and transport him to the target area. The bomber then detonated what amounted to a suicide vest, killing those soldiers and so many civilians, George.
Here, Thomas, thanks. We're going to turn now to the major cross-country storm. At least 10 tornadoes reported in the south as Mardi Gras celebrations in New Orleans were disrupted due to the severe weather. Victor Kendo is on the scene. Good morning, Victor.
Good morning, George. Mardi Gras looked very different this year. You see some of these barricades still out here this morning. These storms forcing officials to shorten the parade routes and move them to the morning. Thankfully, everything went smoothly here, but for the rest of the country, not as lucky. This morning, sirens blaring through Texas as tornadoes hit the state, ripping off roofs and ravaging homes. Whoa. One gas station in Irving toppling over from those strong winds.
A tornado just came and ripped through.
And utter devastation in Louisville. Water pouring from the side of this warehouse. Multiple tractor trailers and other vehicles crushed, debris everywhere.
It's crazy. Whole building gone.
In Northlake, first responders pulling a driver from a flipped truck. Luckily, no serious injuries there. Mardi Gras revelers in New Orleans braving strong winds of up to 80 miles per hour. And over in Mississippi, entire homes destroyed by winds. Power flashes striking through the night. Watch here as Natalie Haddad from our Dallas affiliate WFAA witnesses a transformer blow up mid-live shot.
Look at these winds. Check out this rain. This is what we're seeing. Oh, holy. We okay? We're safe. Are y'all okay?
A confirmed tornado with 105-mile-per-hour winds hitting the town of Ada, ripping the roof off of Willard Elementary School. And this morning, the system that produced at least 10 reported tornadoes now barreling toward the East Coast. Guys?
All right, Victor, thank you for bringing that to us. Yeah, dangerous down there. All right, we're going to get the track and timing on the storm in just a few seconds. And coming up, Trevor Ault has a new development in the Gene Hackman death investigation. Trevor?
Hey, Michael, so what we're hearing from the gas company is only deepening this mystery in New Mexico. What they found and what they didn't, that's coming up on GMA.
Okay, Trevor also had why the defense team in the Idaho College murders case says the suspect's diagnosis should take the death penalty off the table.
And new at 7:30, answers to the top questions about what tariffs will mean to your wallet.
Coming up, Super Bowl champion Saquon Barkley making NFL history in a good way. We will be right back.
Back here on GMA, that of course, Carrie Underwood performing right here on GMA. This was back in 2006. That was 1 year after she won American Idol. And now 20 years later, she's joining Luke and Lionel at the judges table, and they are all here in Times Square this morning.
And they are always fun to have. At first, new at 7:30, Pope Francis will not lead traditional Ash Wednesday services today as he remains hospitalized with double pneumonia. Vatican officials say the pontiff didn't experience any new episodes of respiratory failure Tuesday, but was scheduled to resume non-invasive mechanical ventilation overnight. Prognosis remains guarded. Also, the founder of Reddit, Alexis Ohanian, and Serena Williams' husband, confirms he's trying to buy TikTok. He's teaming up with real estate billionaire Frank McCourt to submit a proposal for the app, which faces a ban in the U.S. if it's not sold by its Chinese owner ByteDance. The deadline for a deal is next month.
And another milestone for LeBron James. He's now the only player in NBA history to score 50,000 points combined in the regular season and playoffs. Well, James is already the regular season and playoff scoring leader Now he's just making his record even more untouchable. You're gonna have to
50,000.
Yeah, you have to play like 50,000 years to catch him.
Exactly.
I mean, guy's amazing what he's doing. And we're going to turn now to new details on the investigation into the suspicious death of Gene Hackman and his wife. Officials appearing to rule out one possible explanation for what happened at the couple's New Mexico home. Trevor Ault joins us with more. Good morning, Trevor.
Good morning, Michael. So this has been a mystery that's confounded investigators and really the entire world for a week now, since Gene Hackman, his wife, and one of their dogs were all found dead at their Santa Fe home. And the simplest potential explanation of carbon monoxide poisoning seems to be less and less likely.
This morning, new details deepening the mystery in the now week-long investigation into the suspicious deaths of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa. The New Mexico gas company, confirming extensive testing at the couple's home, found no traces of carbon monoxide, only finding a minuscule gas leak in the stove far below a lethal amount.
Okay. Are they moving at all?
No, dude, they're not moving. Just send somebody out here really quick.
The couple was found dead inside the home last Wednesday. The search warrant saying Hackman was in the mudroom, appearing to have suddenly fallen. Arakawa was on the floor of the bathroom. An open orange prescription bottle had pills scattered on the countertop. Investigators say data from Hackman's pacemaker indicates he likely died 9 days before they were found.
An autopsy was performed. Initial findings noted no external trauma to either individual. The manner and cause of death has not been determined.
One of the couple's dogs was also found dead inside a kennel about 10 feet away from Arakawa. 2 other dogs at the home survived. Investigators now clarifying confusion over which dog had died. Initially saying it was one of the couple's German Shepherds, now saying it was a different dog, an Australian Kelpie mix. With the causes of death still undetermined and no signs of any foul play, authorities are now examining cell phones, medicine, and medical records found at the scene, hoping to recreate a timeline. Full autopsies and the toxicology reports are now underway, but those results could be weeks away.
And the sheriff has vowed to release body camera video from the scene, but there were several agencies that responded, and it's a lot of footage to review. It means it could take some time before we see it, guys.
Okay, Trevor, thank you. We're going to turn now to the Idaho College murders case. Bryan Kohberger's defense team is trying to strike the death penalty due to his diagnosis with autism spectrum disorder. Kana Whitworth has the story. Good morning, Kana.
Yeah, George, good morning to you. So this is the latest attempt here from Bryan Kohberger's defense team to avert the death penalty. They say a neuropsychologist evaluated him and found that his autism spectrum disorder has a significant impact on his life. His defense team now arguing that exposes him to the unacceptable risk that he would be wrongfully convicted and sentenced to death.
This morning, stunning new court filings reveal accused killer Bryan Kohberger has autism spectrum disorder, accompanied by obsessive compulsiveness and an eating disorder, according to his lawyers, who now argue his diagnosis does not make him eligible for the death penalty. The defense claiming that the man who stands accused of the gruesome murders of 4 University of Idaho students in November of 2022 has a disability that could negatively bias the jury, writing Mr. Kohberger's facial expressions, including his lack of affect and concentrated stare, are already being assigned sinister meaning by observers.
They're making the argument that the affects of Bryan Kohberger has already been portrayed as being one of menacing or creepy, quote unquote, and one that a juror or jurors may associate with guilt.
His defense also saying his tone and cadence are abnormal, his interactions lack fluidity, and his language is often disorganized, adding he has exhibited compulsions around hand washing and other cleaning behaviors. Prosecutors linking the now 30-year-old former PhD student to the murders of Madison Mogen, Kaylee Gonzalez, Ethan Chapin, and Xana Kernodle, using DNA and eyewitness testimony from a surviving roommate who told authorities she saw a man she thought was a firefighter with bushy eyebrows walk past her room the night of the murders. Now, the defense arguing that description shouldn't be allowed, citing the surviving roommate's uncertainty about what she heard and saw the night of the murders, saying she did not know if it was real or if it was a dream or if her mind was playing with her, noting there are many pictures and drawings in the surviving roommate's bedroom of eyes with prominent eyebrows. The defense, who says Kohberger is innocent, also asking that prosecutors and witnesses not use the words psychopath and sociopath to describe their client.
It's very common for a defense and even prosecutors to ask a judge for what's called a motion in limine, to ask for an order telling either side that they cannot use certain words or certain information.
So his lawyers also say that it's no surprise that Kohberger perhaps came across as socially awkward. His lawyer writing specifically that an impairment like that is a hallmark of his disability. So certainly we'll keep a close eye on how the judge rules on this. And you guys, a reminder, this trial is still slated to start in August, guys.
All right. Thank you so much, Kane. Appreciate that. We're going to turn now to Super Bowl champion Saquon Barkley. Fresh off his history-making season in his first Super Bowl win, he just became the highest-paid running back in NFL history, very deservedly so. And our Will Reeve is here with more. Good morning, Will.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. So the Eagles signed Saquon Barkley before last season. Turned out pretty well for him. He was a free agent, and then he rushed for 2,504 yards between the regular season and playoffs. That's an NFL record, in fact, and Philly won the Super Bowl. So the team did something rare, giving Barkley a contract extension just 1 year into his original 3-year deal, and unprecedented, paying him over $20 million a year. That's right. For the first time in NFL history, a running back will be making over $20 million per season. The specifics of Barkley's contract are thus: 2 years, $41 million for the extension, $36 million guaranteed, $15 million more worth of incentives in there. It keeps him under contract with the Eagles through 2028. He'll be 31 years old. Quarterback Jalen Hurts also under contract through all those years. So if the Eagles can keep that imposing offensive line and those other great skill players on offense and defense around, there very well could be at least a few more parades down Broad Street in February, guys. Yeah.
Very happy for Saquon. Keeping them together, I don't know.
What's going on up there in that head of yours?
That's the Eagles, you know that. Congrats to Philly.
You're not waving the flag this time.
I'm not waving the flag
I'm just reporting the news, man. It brings me no joy.
But he deserved it, though.
Yeah, sure
no one deserves it more than him.
Now on GMA with how Americans are bracing for impact from the trade war. And Elizabeth Schulze is back with how the president's tariffs will affect your bottom line. So Elizabeth, one of the top questions people are searching online: does the U.S. benefit from tariffs on Mexico and Canada? So is there an upside?
Okay, so Robin, one key goal of tariffs is to encourage American businesses to make and buy more of their products, more of their stuff from within the U.S. Domestic manufacturers of steel and aluminum, for example, are praising these tariffs because it will make their products more affordable compared to imports of their products from other countries like China. But keep in mind, relocating those supply chains, rebuilding factories, hiring those workers, those are decisions that do take companies a lot of time, years to implement, whereas the price increases from tariffs, those can be more immediate.
Biggest question for most people: which products are going to cost more?
Right, exactly. And what's unusual about this round of tariffs, George, is that they apply to products across the board. Some of the most immediate price hikes that we would see would be for groceries. So think of your tomatoes, avocados, strawberries from Mexico, maple syrup from Canada. Toys, clothes, and electronics and shoes also at risk here. So that 20% tariff, for example, on a $50 pair of shoes, if you're importing those shoes from China, could increase the price tag of shoes to $60. We've talked a lot about also record high egg prices, guys, and the Trump administration has suggested that importing more eggs could help deal with the shortage that we're seeing from the bird flu right now. Well, it turns out that half of the eggs that we import are from Canada. Those are also now 25% more expensive under the tariff. So when you add all of this together, that's why we're seeing it could cost the average household up to $2,000 more per year.
Oh, that's a lot of money for a lot of people there. And Elizabeth, where does the money from the tariffs go?
Right. So short answer on this one, Michael, is that the U.S. government gets the money. So when companies are importing their products into the country, they have to pay customs at the border. It's American businesses that pay those fees, and then those fees go directly to the Treasury Department. That's revenue for the government, guys.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you so much. Really good questions that folks were asking, and so glad that you were able to provide the answers to them. You take care, Elizabeth.
Always happy to answer the questions. Thanks, guys.
I know you are.
It's time for our play of the day, and the siblings making their highly anticipated debut Well, now they're waiting for another member of the family, and Lara has the story for us. Good morning.
Yeah, so happy to report that the eaglets have landed. Thousands of people around the world have been watching bald eagle couple, Jackie and Shadow, and their nest by live stream around the clock since last weekend when the first pip began. Pipping, by the way, is when a hatchling uses its beak to break through the eggshell, and now there are 2 eaglets, and you can see there is also a 3rd egg on the webcam run by the nonprofit Friends of Big Bear Valley. So far, no pipping, but that egg, the 3rd egg, was laid 3 days after the other, so it may take a little longer to hatch, according to the executive director, who says they are just thrilled, mostly for Jackie, who has been seen on the live stream tirelessly protecting those eggs through even the most extreme weather, and has gone 2 years without successfully hatching. In 2023, the eggs were stolen by ravens. Last year, it was the extreme weather. That is one of the big concerns now. Jackie and Shadow, I know they're precious. They will be feeding their babies constantly to make them strong, but the weatherproof feathers don't come in until about week 6, guys. You can watch the eaglets and hopefully the 3rd pip on the live stream 24/7.
That live stream was very popular.
It's really fascinating to watch and very soothing, I might add.
This is your beat. There's an animal anywhere in the world. You're
They
on
said
it.
this is her beak. They said this is her beak. I'm like, really?
No, that would be something you would say.
Actually,
right.
it would be something I would say, frankly.
Both of you. Oh, thank you both so much. Hey, coming up, American Idol judge Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan, and Carrie Underwood are all here in Times Square. They're already having a good time with each other. Oh, it's on. Come on back. Boys!
Good morning, America. It's 8 a.m. Overnight, President Trump addressed a divided chamber.
The people elected me to do the job, and I'm doing it.
His speech interrupted within minutes. One lawmaker kicked out of the chamber for heckling. The president taunted Democrats, touted Elon Musk slashing of the federal workforce, the crackdown on the border, and his tariffs.
Tariffs are not just about protecting American jobs. They're about protecting the soul of our country.
Speaker Mike Johnson and House Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries join us live only on GMA this morning.
Calling out the critics. Actress Millie Bobby Brown slamming recent headlines focused on her appearance.
This isn't journalism. This is bullying.
And why she's calling the scrutiny disturbing. This morning, her message to young girls everywhere.
And we have the golden ticket for a good morning with the American Idol judges, Luke Bryan, Lionel Richie, and Carrie Underwood making her debut.
The winner of American Idol 2005 is Carrie Underwood!
20 years after her own win, they're live in Times Square, and they're saying,
Good morning, America!
Live from Times Square, it's Wednesday. Good morning, America.
Play on, play on, play on. That was the lyric. That was the next lyric.
I know, but I didn't know I was going to actually say it out loud. Hey, good morning, America. So we have been dancing on the ceiling with Lionel, as we like to call him, Richie here, and also Carrie Underwood and Luke Bryan. We look forward to catching up with that trio who are always a lot of fun. We're going to talk to them about the new season of American Idol.
And we are celebrating Women's History Month with a very special edition of Deals and Steals. All the products come from women-run businesses, and there are the owners. They are bringing in the bargains for you this morning.
That is coming up. First look at the top stories breaking today. We start with the reaction to President Trump's address to a joint session of Congress, his first since returning to the White House. We're going to begin with House Speaker Mike Johnson. Mr. Speaker, thank you for joining us this morning. Probably the biggest issue in the last election was inflation, high prices for most Americans. The president imposed those tariffs yesterday. Prices likely to go up. How is that good for consumers? How does that square with his campaign promise?
Well, we could talk about tariffs. I mean, he's already proven that they're very effective, and it's a tool to level the playing field with our international trading partners. But let me say, George, the speech last night went overwhelmingly well. It was not a speech for the mainstream media. It was a speech for the American people. I saw a poll this morning from CBS that said that 76% of viewers thought they viewed it favorably. It was very well received in the House, except by the Democrats, of course, who resorted to this sort of pettiness and I even had to eject a member from the chamber. I think that was the first time in history pretty sad reflection, I think, on the members who did that.
You know,
but overall, it was a good night
you
here.
bring that up. In past State of the Union addresses, joint addresses to Congress, Republicans have taunted Democratic presidents, yet they weren't thrown out. Why did you throw out Congressman Green?
Well, the only example I can think of is one, the famous Joe Wilson, where he uttered something in a Barack Obama speech, but he quietened down immediately and was quiet for the rest of the night. Al Green was trying to interrupt the entire proceeding. But I'll just say this. If the Democrats want a 77-year-old congressman to be the face of their resistance heckling the president, then bring it on. But we couldn't allow that on the House floor, and so I had to eject him. I didn't want to do that. I hate that it resorted to that, but we've got to keep decorum in the chamber. This used to be a celebrated event, pomp and circumstance, and both sides would applaud for the president. We did that for President Biden on the lines that were there. But last night, the Democrats couldn't even stand for the Americans that President Trump was recognizing in the gallery. I mean, you had the families of, Jocelyn Nungery and Laken Riley and Corey Comparatore, Americans who had lost their lives. They couldn't stand and applaud for the capture of the terrorist mastermind of Abigate. It was really a sad affair.
The president also had Elon Musk in the chamber, even as he was saying the days of rule by unelected bureaucrats are over. Isn't Elon Musk an unelected bureaucrat?
Absolutely not. He's a patriotic American who is allowing us to do something that Congress has not been able to do for decades, and that is actually find the data from the bureaucrats who hide a lot of this misuse of taxpayer dollars. And the president went through a long list of it last night. That's why I think the American people responded so well. They're tired of the nonsense, and we needed someone like Elon with his algorithms and his expertise to comb through the data and to find these abuses, and we will eliminate them. So he's doing a great service for the country, and he ought to be applauded.
Well, many of your members of Congress, Republican members of Congress at town meetings, are facing protests over Elon Musk and those cuts and what it means for veterans and other federal workers.
Yeah, and some of those protesters are paid by George Soros and other organizations. And, this is a planned event. Democrats are professional protesters in some of these places, and they show up early for the town halls. They fill all the seats. And so the actual constituents of these members of Congress are not able to get into the venues. So we've actually advised our members, don't even do the town halls for the time being, because they're just going to set you up for an ambush. But you should certainly have events for your constituents. You should use technology like telephone town halls, and you should have small groups by industry or by organization and be there with your constituents. But we're not going to play this game that the Democrats are trying to do as these setups.
Government runs out of money on March 14th. You going to keep it open?
We are. We'll have a continuing resolution that will go through the end of the fiscal year, and we'll pass that out of the House and send it over to the Senate. And I certainly hope that reasonably minded members on both sides of the aisle will do the right thing. It doesn't help anyone to have a government shutdown. And we've been negotiating in good faith for many weeks to try to get to a top line that everyone could agree with. But the Democrats put in some very unreasonable and unprecedented demands at the end. So that's what's forced us into the continuing resolution situation. I call on everybody here to do it.
What's unreasonable about the Democrats saying that the president should spend the money that they've appropriated?
Well, if that's what they were saying, George, that'd be okay, but they're doing much more than that. What they want to do is insert language that would effectively tie the hands of the executive branch and the president. That would be unprecedented and I think unconstitutional. They wanted to, for example, one of the counteroffers was to have a minimum number of employees in every federal agency. I mean, we're just not going to do that, and I don't think we have the authority to do it, and the Democrats know that. So they were trying to apparently set us up for a shutdown situation, but we can't do that. We can't do that to the American people, and it's pretty shameful that it came to that.
Mr. Speaker, thanks for your time this morning. Let's hear now from the House Democratic leader, Hakeem Jeffries. You just heard the Speaker there, Mr. Jeffries. What's your response to him saying you're making demands that are unprecedented to keep the government open?
We want to make sure that the government remains open and that we can agree upon a spending bill that meets the needs of the American people in terms of their health, their safety, our national security, and their economic well-being. And when Congress appropriates the money, the administration, whether it's a Democratic administration or Republican administration, needs to spend that money consistent with improving the lives of the American people. That's not unreasonable. That's entirely reasonable.
Is that a bottom line demand? The Democrats will not vote for the continuing resolution unless they're assured that the president will spend the money that is appropriated?
While those discussions are ongoing, Rosa DeLauro is the top Democrat on the Appropriations Committee. She continues to sit down in good faith to try and reach an agreement over the next few days, and we certainly hope that that can happen.
How about, were you comfortable with Al Green, Congressman Al Green, and his interrupting of the president and other moves you saw from Democrats yesterday? You heard Speaker Johnson there say the Democrats were not showing decorum.
Vast majority of Democrats showed restraint, listened to what the president had to say, and of course we strongly disagree. The biggest problem that I had with the speech is that there was nothing said, nothing laid out, nothing articulated by Donald Trump to meet the needs of the American people, particularly as it relates to the economy. Donald Trump promised to lower costs. In fact, he promised to lower costs on day one. We know that grocery prices aren't going down, they're going up. Inflation is going up, and the stock market is going down, which is hurting the retirement security of everyday Americans.
You heard Speaker Johnson there. He said tariffs have worked in the past, they're going to work again.
Tariffs against our North American allies and others that are being applied in a ham-handed fashion are going to further erode the economy, and we're seeing the consequences of Trump's inattention, inaction, and now his direct assault on a stable economy by enacting these tariffs. Costs are going to continue to go up, and the American people will be hurt.
Did Democrats hear anything from the president last night that they can support?
I was struggling to hear anything relative to what the president had to say in terms of bringing the country together. That was one of the most partisan and divisive speeches ever delivered by an American president, and that's unfortunate. We will continue to try to solve problems for everyday Americans. We want to make life better for every single American in every community, in every corner of this country. But it's unfortunate that our Republican colleagues seem more determined to pass a massive tax cut for their billionaire donors, while at the same time cutting Medicaid, perhaps in the largest possible fashion ever in this country.
You also heard the speaker there say that these protests that many Republicans and some Democrats are seeing in their district to the cuts by Doge and Elon Musk are by paid protesters.
Republicans are proposing the largest Medicaid cut in American history, George. Children will be devastated. Families will be devastated. People with disabilities will be devastated. Seniors will be devastated. Nursing homes will close and hospitals will shut down. The American people are upset about the effort to take away their health care. These aren't paid protesters. These are concerned citizens. The Republicans can try to run away from their extreme budget. We will not let them hide.
Congressman Jeffries, thanks for your time this morning. Robin?
Thank
George,
you.
I really appreciate, and I think our viewers do too, that we, on both sides of the aisles, we heard from people, two men from both sides of the aisle. Can you bottom line it a little bit? Because I know there's a lot that was just said, and viewers at home are trying to digest it all, but can you?
You're not going to see any cooperation between Democrats and Republicans on the big items that President Trump laid out last night. And the big question is going to be what I started with both leaders, whether the government actually stays open in the next couple of weeks, and that is coming fast.
Yeah, March, what's the?
14th.
March 14th. All right, George, always appreciate your insight. Coming up on our GMA Morning Menu, Stranger Things star Millie Bobby Brown calling out some critics who commented on her appearance.
Plus, Tori Johnson has special guests for Women's History Month. Women business owners with deals and steals on everything from tech to tea, starting at less than $5.
And Lara upstairs with some special guests. Hey, Lara.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Yeah. Or is it Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan, and Carrie Underwood? Jesus, take the wheel! Because these three music superstars are here telling us about the premiere of American Idol and why we will want to play it again.
Oh, yeah.
Stay with us on GMA.
That was so good.
Well done. Well done.
Back now with our GMA cover story, actress Millie Bobby Brown slamming recent headlines about her appearance and calling them out as bullying. Ariel Reshep joins us now with those details. Good morning to you, Ariel.
Good morning to you, Robin. Millie Bobby Brown is echoing what so many women have felt in their lives. You know, we all change, we evolve, and most of us have felt judged at one point or another. The actress is now calling out the hyper-focus on looks and questioning why our society tends to default to the negative commentary rather than lifting each other up.
She broke my arm.
go.
At just 10 years old, Millie Bobby Brown became a household name for her breakout role as 11 on the hit Netflix show Stranger Things. But now the 21-year-old star in a viral post is calling out hurtful scrutiny of her maturing appearance.
I grew up in front of the world, and for some reason, people can't seem to grow up with me. Instead, they act like I'm supposed to stay frozen in time, like I should still look the way I did on Stranger Things Season 1.
Now married to Jake Bon Jovi, Brown says instead of focusing on her new film, The Electric State,
robots helping humans.
I know, it's nuts. No offense.
During a recent press tour, some articles have honed in on her face and body.
This isn't journalism. This is bullying. The fact that adult writers are spending their time dissecting my face, my body, my choices is disturbing.
Brown saying the most disappointing, many were written by other women.
Some of the writers who are so desperate to tear young women down. Why are Gen Zers like Millie Bobby Brown aging so badly? Written by Lydia Hawken. Millie Bobby Brown mistaken for someone's mum as she guides younger sister Ava through LA. Written by Cassie Carpenter.
She's vowing to withstand the pressure to fit an external idea of beauty.
I refuse to make myself smaller to fit the unrealistic expectations of people who can't handle seeing a girl become a woman.
And the actress is urging, let's do better, adding that she's speaking out not just for her sake, but for every young girl who deserves to grow up without fear of being torn apart. Her video, as you can imagine, has drawn support from celebrity friends like Sarah Jessica Parker and Sharon Stone, and it's definitely resonated with many people across social media and beyond. We just need more kindness out there, guys.
Oh my gosh, I mean, I was thinking the three of y'all, you all have daughters, and what they go through. She's 21 years old.
Leave
her
alone.
Yeah.
But I love to see her standing up for herself.
Absolutely, very
I think standing up not only for herself, for a lot of other people
Yes,
who
for our
are
girls.
who felt this way.
And everyone out there.
Yep.
We are celebrating Women's History Month in Deals and Steals this week. Tori Johnson is here with representatives from women-run businesses all over the country, ready to talk about their products from jeans to tees. Tori, take it away.
We are starting with a game changer in jeans democracy. I wore these about 2 months ago, and I was like, Karen has to come to GMA.
Yeah.
Why are these a game changer?
Okay, they're a game changer because they have, well, it all starts with the proprietary Absolution Fit technology inside the jeans, which is no gap elastic. Only you know it's there. It molds and holds, adapts to your waist. Mesh panels in the front.
Little secret.
Smooth. Yep, smooth and flatten your belly. Soft, stretchy fabric, and it gives you,
How many millions have you sold?
30 million pairs.
30 million pairs. I love curvy quality, mold and hold. Literally, it checks every single box.
And good pockets.
The fit
is such an important
fabulous. The fit is fabulous, no matter your body type. I know you created it from that post-baby body. No matter your body type, these are phenomenal, and they're
something for everyone.
Something for everyone. All 50% off today. You hooked us up. They started $37.
Thank you for that. Congratulations on your business. We love women-run businesses like this one.
Like this one. Jordan is a nurse practitioner. I was very excited that you told me that you created this after treating thousands of patients in office.
Right. So I was seeing women who were investing in these office treatments, but they didn't have a daily skincare routine. And that would be like going to the dentist once a year, but not brushing your teeth every day. Gross. So I decided to change that with Bareface. I made it my mission to make your daily routine simple and effective. And it all starts with the Core 4.
Core 4 products, that's all you need. You've shipped 1.5 million products. You have so many before and after
Thousands
pictures.
of before and afters. The
reviews are phenomenal. This was another one that GMA viewers highly recommended that we get. I'm glad Jordan said yes. Good day for you guys. 50% off, starts at $15. Core 4. You'll go online, you'll see the Core 4.
Yeah, you'll understand when you see it.
Yes.
Okay. I like this. It's nice to be nice.
Yeah, it is nice to be nice. And you can be nice and feel good with Big Heart Tea. We made some, Lara, for you to taste right here.
Oh, thank
A cup
you.
of sunshine. You are a cup of sunshine.
Thank you.
And it's special for your self-care routine.
Oh, this
yeah,
is,
absolutely.
The tea bag says you are awesome.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Thank you.
And that's part of it, those hidden special messages. Yes.
Oh, that is delicious.
But it's all organic.
Certified organic, plastic-free tea bags, tested flavors to make you feel good, and plus, yeah, of course, little love notes hidden throughout all of our packaging to remind you how awesome you are.
I love
the
big
love
heart
notes.
teas.
The only thing that trumps the love notes is the taste of it.
Oh my
it's
goodness.
phenomenal.
Which kind is this?
That's Cup of Sunshine, bestseller. All Slash and Half starts at $13. Great for you as a tea lover or a tea gifter.
I'm going to
as
take
well.
this with me if you don't mind.
Okay. Our viewers definitely know this one. Tech Candy, some of my favorite and your
Mine
favorite
too.
tech accessories, and you've got two favorites.
I have two favorites that I brought with me today. This is Piggyback Power, magnetic phone back charger.
Just give it up for extra
twice.
power.
I know, we all need it. It is twice the power of our competitors, and so you're getting great value for your money. That's Piggyback Power. And then I also have the thing I never leave home without. This is Power Trip Eco. So what we have here are all the chargers for all the things. It's great for me, and it's great for everyone who's
Whoever you're
traveling
with.
me. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys know my favorite, the power bank fan.
Those came in handy this summer.
Fan
We all have
and
them.
power bank in one. Everything slashed in half. These start today at $4.50.
Thank you so much.
So many good ones from
Shopping
April.
for sure.
Okay.
Hi there.
All right.
How are
Chill
you?
House. I'm so
Yes.
excited about this because these are award-winning press-on nails, an Oprah favorite, an Allure favorite, a GMA favorite too.
Yes, these are not your average press-ons, ladies. These are award-winning, high-quality, premium press-ons that basically we take our New York City nail art. We have a salon here in New York, and we put it
Like
in
yours right
on our
here that
press-ons.
you're
Right
wearing.
here. Designed
it's hard
in
to
New York
imagine
City.
that those are press-on.
I
They
know,
look
you would never
so
know.
real.
Non-damaging, premium glue, and has 30 different individual
Designs.
individual nails inside, so you can find your perfect
So
fit.
you find your perfect fit.
fit.
If you only get 10, it's not going to fit. So you
Right.
get 30 for the perfect fit. Everything's in there. Plus, you have amazing body care that takes you from stress to chill
in a matter of
This is one of my
minutes.
favorites. This little spray, you'll find it.
Oh,
It's
that
so
sounds
good.
good.
It's such it lives up to the name of Chill
Yeah.
House. Everything that Cindy brought us is 50% off. Starts at $7. So body care,
Thank
nail
you, Cindy.
care.
That's awesome.
And finally, we've got Bougie Beads, another favorite because everyone wants to keep your phone front and center, but stylish too.
Right. So this is a really super convenient way to carry your phone, which really has kind of taken the place of a handbag now.
Absolutely.
Because your
And so
calendar's on it, your
stylish.
wallet's on it. And this is a removable wristlet as well. So it can stand alone as a wristlet. You can buy additional ones to swap out.
But what I love is that you also have a little pouch here that you
Right.
could put your little cash cards,
Yeah.
keys,
Lipstick.
and you've got your phone. You'll see Marilyn running around the studio with one of
Totally.
these. She loves this. We
So
love
many
this.
different
So
styles.
whether it's crossbody style or there's also amazing wristlets. And if you guys wear an ID to work, we have so many lanyards to make your ID a little more fashionable.
Yes.
We love these from Bougie, and we also love the price because everything Lisa brought us today is $5 to $20.
Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank
These
you.
are all great. Ladies, thank you so much. We love celebrating women-run businesses. We've partnered with all of these companies on the deals. Just go to goodmorningamerica.com to find the offers. And Tori is back with more Women's History Month deals tomorrow. And from what I hear, they're amazing. Coming up, Carrie Underwood, Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan. They're all here live.
Eileen to Lou Riot, come on.
How do you know all? You're a damn jukebox.
They call me Jukebox Carrie.
Jukebox Carrie.
Don't rock the jukebox.
She knows every song, whether it's pop,
Rolling in the deep.
R&B,
Never trust a big butt and a smile. That girl is poison.
country.
One more last chance.
It's amazing what she has in that little jukebox head of hers.
Oh my gosh! She is welcome back to GMA, everybody. The superstar American Idol judges are here. Carrie Underwood joining
Jukebox
Carrie and Luke Bryan. What
Whoa.
a trio! What a trio!
So much fun.
Oh,
So much
you all
fun.
bring it each and every time, and I've known you all for so many years in so many different ways. I even went bowling in Carrie's hometown
You
back in
told
the
us that's
day.
right. On Earth.
But Carrie, come on, 2005, May 2005, when you won American Idol, and now you're here as a judge. Just your
Yes.
feelings being at the judges' table.
I mean, first 20 years has flown by.
I know. Right.
It doesn't feel like it, but it's really cool to be on the other side of things, and hopefully we can all impart some knowledge and help some people make their dreams come true. And I mean, to get to play music and sing is wonderful, and we get to help somebody or many other people hopefully achieve that. It's really amazing.
It's such a gift. I want to get some advice from the OGs, if you will. I can't even call you a new kid because you're such a wonderful veteran.
Don't call me old kid.
The youth. Can you let's impart some of your wisdom, Lionel? What have you found to be the most important role that you have as a judge on American Idol?
Well, actually, we're just here to kind of inspire. And it's sometimes the worst word is to tell the truth, because how do you prepare them for this? So you want to inspire them, but also be as truthful as possible and be amazed. Just be prepared to be amazed. Because they will surprise you. You're not expecting that sound to come out of that body.
Cool.
At
that age.
At that age.
And they want that feedback. They really want that feedback. Look, what's your advice?
Well, early in the tapings, Carrie didn't know that you could just start telling the contestants what to sing. I was like, sing happy birthday, sing this, and Carrie's like, we can do that? And I'm like, so the fun part about that is when you really see something magical in a kid, and the other two judges or somebody may not be, you can really take ownership of this one particular contestant. And I think she's already done some of that this year. And Lionel and I have done that in years past. So it's really fun when you can feel like a connection with a kid and start really kind of cheering them on and doing things, things in your mind that you think will help them navigate the thing. So it's been fun watching her learn stuff like that, and we're having a blast with the talent. It's really awesome this year.
That's fantastic. Hey, somebody who's watched it from the beginning, watched your journey from the beginning, has a very special message for you. Here's Ryan Seacrest.
You like this? This is just for you. Carrie, we were so excited you were on board. It was like yesterday, I remember standing there saying the winner is Carrie Underwood. The fact that we're doing this all together, it's just a wonderful thing, and I can't wait for everybody to see this fantastic season.
So good. So we want to play a little game with y'all. Okay. Because we always have fun with y'all. It's called Most Likely To. So let's all stand up, please. Okay. So because we want to know how much do you all really know about each other? Because it's about the chemistry.
Yes.
So we're going to ask a question.
And don't hold back, Luke. I know.
This
I had too much coffee for this one.
So we'll ask a question, and then who is most likely to, you will step into that circle.
It's a little like one part Twister. Have fun.
Okay. Oh, I like this first question. Who is most likely to be the last to leave a party?
To leave a party?
I know, go over there.
I'll be the first one there.
Know thyself.
Am I right? Know thyself.
Know thyself. All right. Idols, ready?
Yeah. I may not have any, my face may be gone after this.
I'm wondering about this one. Most likely to win a dance-off. Dance-off?
Woo!
Come on, who's winning?
I told you.
I got to see those moves.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Bye-bye, face.
Yeah.
Hey, I like that.
The fact that you might not be able to air most of it.
That's another shot.
I'm going to get wasted up. Wasted up.
You got another question?
Do I? Yes, no, I don't, Rob. It's you.
Okay. Oh, I think we know the answer to this. But who is most likely to break out into a song?
Yeah,
we saw that.
Jukebox Carrie.
Jukebox.
I'm sorry.
I swear to you, she knows every lyric to every song. I have never met anybody like this.
She has.
Ever.
Yeah.
In honor of the host, who is most likely to win Wheel of Fortune? If you guys went on the show, who would win Wheel of Fortune with Mr. Ryan Seacrest?
That's good.
Who? Come on.
Probably
who do you think?
Ryan.
I'm going with her because she's quite smart.
We're competitive.
There we go. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
He's moving.
I'm like, okay, what the?
I'm most likely to go bankrupt.
No, you know what? That was a good one.
This is an easy one. Who's most likely to head to set with a bunch of snacks?
snack?
Who's the child in the group?
We're not snacking this time.
Snacking.
You know,
Really?
he's discovered his muscles again, and Carrie came in shredded.
Yeah, best legs in the business.
No. Carrie came in and looked.
So nobody
I'm good at snacks.
Nobody, even like a healthy little protein bar.
No, we're
all right.
pretty
Well,
pure.
there you have it.
All right.
Pure group here.
All right, okay, the final one. Finally, most likely to give a golden ticket.
I mean, I'd say it's in this area. It's in this area.
I think we'll divide. Lionel, you stand there. There we go.
There you go.
Oh, I like it.
There you go.
All right.
I like that.
The judges that choose together stay together.
I accused Luke of being grumpy. I was like, "You're grumpy. You say no to everybody."
Have you been tough this season?
When she's calling me grumpy, I may have been a little grumpy there.
Get Carrie to say, "We don't want you to be here," and she goes, "Oh, he's so cute. He's so nice. She's so." Will not say. Oh, she will not.
Because she knows
say no.
Oh, cannot say no.
As a former contestant, she knows what
But
it's
I'm like, and when we're in the deliberation rooms, like really, we're deciding people's fates. You know what I mean? And I don't take that lightly. And I'm like, these are hopes, these are dreams. Like we really have to let's talk through each and every one at length.
Did they say that about me when I was
know,
on the show?
like,
Oh, yes, they did.
I was being discussed in these rooms.
Me and Lionel are like, you know, you're right.
You guys are a delight. You got it going on already. We are so excited about the new season. Thank you for being so good to us all the time. And the season of American Idol premieres Sunday. At 8/7 Central on ABC. This Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And then Hulu. It streams the next day on Hulu as well.
All right.
Time now for a burst of spring, courtesy of the Philadelphia Flower Show. And Becky Worley got to experience it all. Hey, Becky.
Michael, this is definitely the best smelling assignment I've ever been given. I walked and sniffed my way through the amazing Philly Flower Show here in the city of brotherly love.
10 acres, 250,000 attendees.
And blooming flowers everywhere.
The Philadelphia Flower Show is the world's largest indoor horticultural show and has been running since 1829.
Oh, I've been coming for years. My mom started taking us when we were little.
The March show dates come at the perfect time to combat the gloom of winter outside.
I saw a really cool amaryllis bulb exhibition. It was really pretty.
I like the exhibit with the little animals having the little teacup party. That was really cool.
I tiptoe through the tulips with the show's president, Matt Rader.
Why do you think people love to come see all of these gardening exhibits and flowers?
People want inspiration, and gardening is a way to express creativity and beauty and challenge yourself that's accessible, doable, doesn't have to be expensive, and you can do it with other people.
This year's theme, Gardens of Tomorrow. Professional designers display futuristic exhibits, amateurs compete for best in show, and even high school students getting involved, showcasing their hydroponics and microgreens.
I love how calming it is, and honestly, I just love to get my hands dirty.
Have you always been into gardening?
No. Until I came here, I saw the beauty.
A symphony of smells and colors that keeps growing new fans.
The show runs through Sunday, March 9th, and there are so many amazing exhibits, but of course, my favorite, being a Hawaii girl, was the flower garland making, so I had to bring a little aloha to it. Philly is so great, you guys.
It is. Say Hawaii again.
Hawaii. So many
I love what she said, like a true native.
Yeah,
Right.
native. Well, you look great, and it's beautiful behind you. It's a beautiful display there. Becky, thank you so much for that. Let's go to Mahalo. Okay. YOLO.
Okay. Time now for our March GMA Book Club pick, Count My Lies, by debut author Sophie Stava. Rebecca Jarvis sat down to talk to her about it.
If the lives of the people in this idyllic Brooklyn neighborhood seem too good to be true, it may be because they are. With every turn of the page, Sophie Stava's twisty debut novel, Count My Lies, makes readers question what's real And it all starts at a local playground.
Sloane is our main character, and she is a compulsive liar. She turns a chance encounter into the opportunity to become the nanny for the seemingly perfect Lockhart family, only to discover that they may be hiding more secrets than she is.
Sloane quickly spins her web of lies around her new employer, Violet.
Sloane is desperate for connection. When she meets Violet, Violet seems to be everything she isn't. Sloane is a little bit disheveled, but Violet is effortlessly cool. She's beautiful. She's married to this handsome man with a darling daughter. But like Sloane, she's lonely as well. And so this loneliness brings them both together.
I find the start of this so relatable. As a mom with young kids, we go to the park a lot. Describe how a real-life experience led to this story for you.
My 2 little kids and I were in a routine of going to the same park at the same time every day, and usually it was empty. So one morning there was another woman there with also 2 young kids, and naturally we got to speaking and we hit it off instantly. And I had this sudden chilling thought, what if it wasn't a chance encounter? What if she had engineered the meeting? And so my writer brain ran away with that.
After inspiration struck, the California mom says she furiously wrote the novel during her kids' nap times. This is your debut novel. How has it changed your life? Has it changed how you are a parent? Has it changed how you're a wife?
I think there's really nothing more humbling than being a writer and having children. But I think being able to show my kids that when you work really hard at something, good things can really come to you has been really important for me.
In a world of social media filters, Sophie asks, why tell the truth when lying can be so much more interesting?
Count My Lies is a story about being accepted, about being seen, the desire to be liked, and it's about really the dangers of not finding that acceptance within yourself.
For Good Morning America, Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News, New York.
Like a page turner.
I'm in.
Count My Lies is available now. And coming up, Bridgerton star Simone Ashley tells us about her new movie.
Welcome back to GMA. You know our next guest from shows like Bridgerton and Sex Education. And now Simone Ashley is starring in her very own rom-com. There it is. It's called Picture This. Welcome back to GMA.
Thank you.
I'm so happy to have you here for your own movie.
Right.
I first
so
met
excited.
you when you were the lead in Bridgerton in a season that was super steamy.
Yes, yeah, that was like 3 years ago.
I can't believe it.
Me too.
It's a long time, but you're obviously very, very busy. Tell me about Picture This.
Picture This is about a girl called Pia who is wanting to be a photographer. She's super hot-headed, chaotic, passionate. She gets her fortune read, and she's told the next 5 dates she goes on, she will meet the love of her life.
The next 5 dates?
Yes.
So she's got to wonder what goes on from there.
Exactly.
And I love all the descriptives you just used, because that's got to be a fun character to play.
Yeah, I always love finding
a
characters.
little hothead.
Exactly, a little hothead.
You do that well.
I think so. I think there's a part of me that's like that.
When you read the script, what was it about it that you said, you know what, this is my next project?
I always wanted to do a rom-com. I think all the things I just said about her character, I've always fallen in love with characters that are super passionate.
Is rom-com your favorite type of film?
I wouldn't say favorite, but I grew up watching all of those kind of classics, and I wanted to see a girl who looks like me leading one. So
yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
And this has all the makings of, you know, a classic, a Notting Hill.
Yeah. Bridget Jones, Beverly Beckham.
Yes.
Bit of like Mindy Kaling influence in there. Yeah.
Let's take a look.
I am happily unmarried.
Show me your palm.
I don't need to show you my hand.
Mom! Here, show him your palm. Her love line and her career line are directly intertwined.
My goodness, he's a character.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So Pia goes on 5 dates. Does madness ensue?
Madness ensues, chaos ensues, but who knows? She might find the love of her life.
Well, one place we know you did find the love of your life, at least on screen, was on Bridgerton. You can't leave without talking to us about that. But you say we will not see Kate and Anthony in season 4.
We will.
Oh, we will.
We will.
We will see
Yeah.
them. Okay, but there is also a surprise you told our producers.
Yes. I am going to be a good student and I can't say anything. But I'm so excited for the world to see Yaron and Luke lead this season and to see what Kate and Anthony have been up to.
Okay, so we will because we miss them. We really fell in love right along with you guys. What do you think it was about your love story that really exploded?
I think there was so much volatility there.
I used the word exploded for a reason. I think it is that.
Yeah, I think it was a really unique plot and story, and yeah, I think we were so lucky to have such amazing characters to carry it.
The writing is so superb too. We love our Shonda. Finally, you got to travel the world with Brad Pitt for one of the summer's most anticipated movies, F1. What was that like?
It was insane. It was one of the most incredible experiences to be right in the thick of it at the real Grand Prix. And yeah, I'm just so grateful to Joe Kosinski, Jerry Bruckheimer for allowing me to be part of this movie.
And can you just tell the ladies really quick, one word, Brad Pitt?
Oh, wonderful.
We knew it. And so are you. So we thank you. Thank you for sharing. Congratulations on all of your success. So well deserved. Everybody, please check out Picture This. It's streaming on Prime Video starting tomorrow. And then F1, big movie.
Michael, it's been a minute. What day is it? What day is it?
Hump Day. See you tomorrow.